What is going on, everybody? We are back in the house for a Thursday night. Toss one back Thursday, right before we get to Friday, before we get to the weekend. Get out there a little bit ahead of time and enjoy some beer, have a little chat, have a little fun, see what you guys are up to. Big plans for the weekend. And you know how we do every Thursday. Here with my homeboy Todd, of course. And Todd, how are you feeling this evening?
Doing good. I'm wore out. Like I said, it's gonna tell you, I was like, I may not make it all the way through tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Might get a couple beers down and be like, well, screw it. Got one more day. So
nothing like getting a second wind.
Yeah, it's been hectic this week for sure. I think when I clock in tomorrow, I'll be just about on overtime as I start the day tomorrow. So
putting in those hours. So those banker hours.
Yeah. Well, I wish. I'm gonna go in at 8:30, but I don't get home until, like I was telling you, I haven't been getting home until after 7, and it's only a half-hour drive maybe. So figure it's 6:30, quarter till before I even clock out. But oh well, it is what it is. It's not like physical stuff, but it is mentally draining. So outside of that, it's I'm ready for a beer, ready for the weekend.
So we got the beer for right, to kind of take that edge off. And shout out to Gilbert in the house. Cheers, fools! What is going on, Gilbert? Gilbert, because you're in Canada, is your guys' Thanksgiving this weekend up there? By the way, I saw somebody posted a thing where they were starting to practice stuff for Thanksgiving cooking. And I know your guys is before us, but I can't remember if you're in November or if you guys are in October. So let me know. Which is always funny when I think of Canada doing Thanksgiving. I could have pulled it up on Google, but I just didn't do it. But
that's what I was going.
I was going to kick out of Canada doing Thanksgiving. Like the Pilgrims never went up there.
If it is, it doesn't say. All it shows on my calendar is Columbus Day, Halloween for October, but that sounds right though.
Actually, Thanksgiving, October 11th. So it is upcoming here. Last year was October 12th. It's on Monday. It's on Columbus Day. So Columbus Day is actually Thanksgiving in Canada. Coincidence? I don't know. I don't know if it falls that way or not every year, but so they do up Monday, October 11th. Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day is an annual Canadian holiday held the second Monday in October, which celebrates the harvest and other blessings of the year. Outside of Canada, it is sometimes called Canadian Thanksgiving to distinguish it from Thanksgiving in the United States, held on a different date. So there's a definition of the whole thing. But for those watching, if you didn't know, Canada has their Thanksgiving this upcoming Monday. And yesterday on the community tab I shared, it was Canadian Beer Day. So a couple holidays for Canada in this last week or so. And I didn't have any Canadian beer. Actually, I did have a Flying Monkeys, but I didn't drink it yet because I haven't done a review. But that would have been perfect yesterday. But if you did enjoy a Canadian beer, cheers to you for that as well, as that was the case on Wednesday. But with the beer I'm going to drink right now is actually going to be one of the ones that Hot Butcher just sent to me. And it's one I already done a review on the channel. So if you want to check out the review, you can check it out. I've done that a while ago. It is their Double Grid.
Nice.
Double Grid. What you going to do when the grid goes down? Citra and Mosaic hopped Double India Pale Ale, 7.5% ABV.
There you go. Can't go wrong with anything from them.
I feel like I can't. So, like I said on the unboxing, it's been a while since I've had anything from Hot Butcher, and we don't really get them here. So, shout out to Jeremiah for reaching out.
That's what I was going to say. You haven't got anything from those guys in a while.
The funny thing is, so Joe gets them over at the Beer Patrol. Kyle gets them from, No Hype Beer Reviews. Mm-hmm. The guys over at Nerd Sense get them as well. Han Yolo, he gets them too. It's like, it's funny when I look at the things they actually get them, we're all getting like different types. So
they're all different. Yeah.
So everybody's getting like different, like, that's the guy one looks pretty cool. And it's like, I don't have that one. I got this one instead. And they don't, so it's kind of funny how they're mixing it up there. You would think they would just be sending like shipments all the same to people, but no, they're actually spreading it out, which is kind of cool because different people give you different views on stuff. And then you can look forward to other beers you didn't try yet.
Well, I remember you saying it before you saw some of Joe's videos. Like, I didn't get those beers. I got some different ones.
Yeah. So, but this one actually has a. See what the date is on the bottom of the can here. Should have did it before I opened it. September. No, wait a minute. August 31st. August 31st. So this one is just this one's just over a month old on this one here.
Nice.
Yeah. The one I did the review on was just about 2 weeks old. It was like September 22nd, I think it was the date. So, which was nice.
Yeah, that's what's nice. That's what's nice with like Toppling Goliath. I get all their stuff within about a week from when they're canned.
It looks just like orange juice.
Oh, wow.
And this is like one of the ones you could actually chug if you wanted to chug some beers. This was like one of those ones that you can easily do, I think. I'm not going to do it now because I want to enjoy it, but it would be one that I would choose for maybe a chugging competition if I had to chug a beer. You get the nice pop of the fruity tones from the hops. Nice little sweetness, little lip smacking action taking place. A tasty one from them. And shout out to Wayne in the house. Cheers. Hey, Rod and Todd, the one curtain wonder. Cheers, fellas.
What's up, Wayne?
The curtain expands. It expands. It's like the condor. Who was that in NBA? That was I want to say it was Rajon Rondo, the condor.
The condor. I don't think it was. It could have been. He did have some long arms too, long wingspan. But I'm not sure.
I thought it might be one of his nicknames was the condor, but it wasn't Kawhi because he was the claw. So
Shannon was in here before trying to fix him. She's like, "Let me fix him." I was like, "No, I've got him." So she's trying to fix him. I was like, "No, I got him bunched in the middle, so it blocks the reflection of the TV, so it won't get Rod in trouble." Because you'll be able to see because I got the game on the Thursday night game, and I was like, I don't want to get flagged for reflection or something in the window.
Now we got curtain setups behind us. That's funny. Not as much here as much over here.
Yeah.
So a little bit of chat. Gilbert, cheers. And drinking a coffee shop cream stout from Lazy Magnolia Brewing. They are yes, I've actually had a couple of their beers before, and I was really surprised. I was not expecting to have a bad beer. I'm just saying I was surprised at how tasty they were. One of them was like a pecan beer, and there was another one I also had from them. So I picked those up before. Don't see them as much in my territory, but they do pop up from time to time. And nice ones to check out. Hey, James, what is happening?
What's up, James?
Cheers,
I picked up this one. I think I messaged you. Did I message you the other day when I told you we was going to Gallant Fox?
Yeah, you told me you were going to Gallant Fox. Oh, that's a nice looking get it there. Nice looking glass.
So I picked that up while we were there on that side, and then their logo on that side. It's a cool brewery, man. They had some really good beers.
Was Kinsey there or not there? Do you know, or did you? I don't know if you asked for her when you were there or not. But
no, I didn't. I didn't because I was thinking you said she wasn't there anymore.
I think she's more high wire now, but I don't know if she was floating back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know many breweries were appointed for the most, but yeah,
I didn't even think about asking because I wasn't thinking she was there, so I didn't even dawn on me.
Yeah, the beer I had from them that she said was pretty decent as well. So another Louisville brewery. In a couple weeks, I'll actually be up in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So I'll be hitting Yellow Springs Brewery to hopefully catch up with my friend Jimmy up there. That's one of the owners. Maybe get a tour. If I can do a video up there, I'll share some video of their brewery. For y'all that don't know, Yellow Springs is actually where Dave Chappelle actually lives too. So if I run into Dave Chappelle, I'll try to get some video of that because that'd be
there you go. That'd be cool.
Buddy. Yeah. But like, hey man, you're Dave Chappelle. Like, hey man, I am Dave Chappelle.
So I just cracked open from Southern Tier their Blackwater series Nitro S'mores.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Have not picked it up. and I've heard good things about that one because the Blackwater series is pretty solid anyway.
Yeah. I usually like to try to pick up something from them when I see those. So this one is ale with chocolate, graham cracker, and vanilla flavors. Comes in at I think it was 10%. Let's see, 10% ABV.
Nice.
Black, creamy, heavy body, low, moderate bitterness. Of course, with these nitro ones, you only get 10.6 ounces, but
yeah,
whatever.
I give it the Southern Tier. They are one of the better dessert series breweries out there. One of their dessert brewers, if not the best one at it.
This one definitely has the sweet character to it for sure. Like most of them do, like you said. Definitely get some chocolate vanilla for sure on the nose. Graham cracker, I don't know if I'm getting graham cracker smell, but definitely tastes like or smells like dessert in a glass for sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely get the creamy body to it. That one's pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Definitely get the bready graham cracker flavoring of it in the actual drink. I didn't get it much on the nose, but you can definitely taste it. Some of that chocolate, a little bit of hints of coffee in there, not a lot, but just a little bit.
Yeah,
and definitely some vanilla. But it's definitely might be a little colder than it probably should be because I haven't had it out of the fridge that long, but pretty damn tasty.
Yeah.
Another pretty solid one out of the series for sure.
Of course, every time I hear s'more, I have to think about the Sandlot. So,
right?
You want a s'more? S'more what?
Yeah,
s'more.
Yeah, that's classy.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Yeah. That's one of those movies. That's one of those movies that movie never gets old. So
no, I need to watch that. Actually, I haven't seen that for a while. I need to turn that on.
Was it Wendy Pepperman?
Yep.
I can't take it no more.
It's like he's drowning, so he can get her to do mouth to mouth.
Pretty
looks
slick.
Over at him. Then he look over at him, like winks at him or something.
Yeah,
smiles at him like. You're like, oh man.
Specs went for it. Yeah. Some lady signed it. Baby Ruth. Babe Ruth. Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
I could quote that movie forever. Yeah.
The Beast.
Oh, cheers, Big Daddy in the house. Cheers, homie. Sipping a Ninja versus Unicorn. Nice. Yeah, Big Daddy reached out earlier. He's actually got a couple of the beers that he told about coming our way. And he was like, you must have been drunk when you typed in your zip code. And I was like, I looked at that extra digital and I said, well, I said, fat hands, small keyboard, right? And then he's like, oh, no, Todd did the same thing. So maybe we were drunk. Maybe. But appreciate you there, homie. The Puritans did come to Canada. Most of the East Coast, Ontario was known as the Dominion of Great Britain. Yeah, I mean, we never really learned about, I guess, them coming up there when we were kids. It was like the Pilgrims went to Plymouth Rock. So, of course, they didn't tell us then, when I found out later from the beer world, that they stopped at Plymouth Rock because they were low on beer. So they had beer was a big staple for them, and they were running out. So they landed at Plymouth Rock to basically also start harvesting some beer, getting grains and all that. People got to have their beer. You got to get your beer on, even back then when you're trying to leave a country. Hey, we're out of beer.
That's right.
Pull over. Right here is good enough. You see that big rock? You see that big rock? Just pull up to it. We're going to get off the boat.
That looks like a good spot right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what hops was initially made for, was to keep it, from spoiling over all that time.
Yeah, when it was found to be able to be a preservative. Yeah. So, but it's just it's just funny when you read these different things over history, and it's like, oh, they never told us that when we were a kid. Well, I mean, tell kids it was all about the beer, I guess. So,
Yep.
It said, cheers to Wayne. I need to get a 6 of Old Style for tomorrow's White Sox game. My not drinking today didn't help them. Uh-oh. They're going to say, you ain't drinking?
I didn't look at the score for that one.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my people I work with. Actually, he's one of my external partners. He's in Wisconsin. I haven't watched baseball that much or even paid attention since the Reds fell out. But I'm like, did the Brewers get in? He's like, hell yeah, we won a division. And so he was saying the Brewers play tomorrow, like at 4:30 our time.
Yeah. Yeah, hell, the Brewers won that division by a lot until St. Louis caught fire at the end and won like 18 straight games or something.
Well,
and then got bounced in the first game last night in the one-game playoff. How do you win 18? Like, they won 20-something out of their last 20-something games. Like, then you lose the very first game of the playoffs. Like, I did not know that was not going to happen.
I feel like they just did it because it's St. Louis, and we know the rivalry of St. Louis and Cincinnati. They got on the run. They got on the run just to put the nail in the coffin of the Reds, and they didn't care anymore.
I think so, yeah, because we were in the playoffs until they got fired, and then we still finished. We still finished like 6 games behind, but we were the next team in, just because St. Louis got in there. But it's like, God.
Yeah.
The Reds are never. The Reds are like my Hoosiers. They're cursed for some stupid reason.
My Mountaineers, like we're like the best 2 and 3 team I think in the country right now because we should be 5-0. I mean, we beat Virginia Tech. We should have beat Oklahoma, and then it's just like, dude, like we got to get a new coach. Our coach has to go. He just. It's not just the coaching; it's the coaching and the players we got on the offense. The defenses are playing great. Our defense is one of the top 10 defenses out there, or whatever. When they look at all different categories, but the offense is very sporadic. Although the future quarterback looks pretty good, Garrett Green will be coming in as he's getting some time now. But it's just we don't have enough on offense, and the play calling that we're doing is like I feel like our coach isn't like building things to the team's talent.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we've been too. Is our defense has been pretty solid. Of course, we had Penix coming back, and he's been god awful. Now he's hurt again for the 3rd straight year. He's going to miss time again.
Yeah,
which is the way he was playing. That's probably not. And I don't want to see nobody get hurt, but it's probably not a bad thing that he's not going to be playing right now. So they're on a bye this week, so it's a perfect time for that. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's
like
I watch. It's like our quarterback, he's hit and miss on a lot of the deep balls, but I'm like, put in like a West Coast offense on that. Give him some, drop-offs or something like that. Give him some more things. Our running back, Letty Brown, is great, but his skill is more north and south. Stop trying to run sweeps or put them on the outside. It's just, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like he's now in the Big 12, but he still has that Troy State mentality that he came from. It's like, this is a whole different beast now. So
That's part of the problem sometimes when you get those smaller division coaches like that. When they get to the big, it's like the player development and the talent is just a so much different level than it'd be like, I don't know, going from freshman team to varsity in high school. Those couple of years, that's a big difference for kids when they're developing. Kind of same in college, like those guys, not all of them, but as a team, as a unit, those guys aren't nearly as talented as a Division I school.
Yeah.
So a lot of those things that worked at those levels, it does work for those guys, but you can't, too much speed on the field. And
you're not going to fool the guys at the different levels at the higher part. And it's like, what's bad? It's like when you get down in like against Oklahoma, we had a player, I think it was Letty, that broke off a play run, got down to like within the 2-yard line, like 1st and goal from the 2. And the crowd starts chanting his name, like give him the ball, and you send 3 downs trying to throw the ball. Why would you do that? Like you're right there at the 2.
Right.
Yeah, it's like give him the ball.
Right.
You gotta give him a shot. I mean, when I saw that happen, I was like, that's just like Pete Carroll and the whole Marshawn Lynch thing all over again with Russell Wilson. Like, why you have him throw when Marshawn is right there to take the ball in? You gotta think yourself sometimes as a coach.
Right, yeah. You're trying to get too fancy. And that's kind of the way we've been too. Through the first 4 games, I think it was, we had the ball inside the 5-yard line like 5 times and didn't score a single point. It was either a fumble or going for it on 4th and short and get stuffed, and it just like culture is the same way. It's like you run the same damn play every time. I bet change it up just a little bit. They know what you're going to do, especially on the goal line. Like, well, do something different.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something that might actually work.
Yeah. Well, I will say, if there is a year that Georgia has a shot, I think it might be this year. That team is just damn tough. I mean, it might be the only way they play Alabama. I was talking to EB about, I think, is in the title game for the SEC because they're on their schedule. But that team is a championship team right now. So it'd be interesting to see if they pull that off.
Looking pretty damn good, that's for sure.
Shout out to Kentucky for beating Florida. Gators is probably the team I like the least in the SEC, so always happy to see them guys go down.
Man, did you see them storm the field in that one?
Yeah, did you see they got fined? The university got fined.
Yeah, the SEC fined
like $200,000 or something. So
yeah, it's a big fine in the SEC. I don't know if
well, they got one for 50.
All conferences or just
they got
SEC
one.
Does it?
They did it before. They got 50,000, and they did it again. They got 100,000. So they're just doubling it. They did it again, so now it's 200,000. So,
dang, so next time they do it before,
right? Until they get the message, like So, but SEC's like we're trying to keep the COVID stuff down, and we don't want people doing that.
Not only that is so many. There were so many. That whole field was covered. Like it.
Oh yeah.
They're just asking to get people hurt. Like
yeah.
And the funny thing is that happened last time we had a decent team and beat Kentucky when they were number 1 at Assembly Hall, and they stormed the court when Indiana wasn't really that good in basketball, coming back a little bit, but. I mean, we beat them number 1, and then Calipari's like, "Nah, I'm never playing there again. That was just too dangerous." It's funny. Then they sit there and do it last week. I know it's a different sport, but still, same college and everything. It's like
we beat Penn State when I was in college back in I think it was 91 or 92. We beat them that year. They stormed the field with like 50 seconds left after we picked off a pass. Penn State had no timeouts. The game was essentially over, and the kids stormed it. And Joe Paterno was like, "I'll never play West Virginia again." He was so pissed off, which I can understand. Traditionally, you want to get to the end of the game or something like that and everything, but then they didn't play us again. It was just like they wouldn't play. But they were like one of our rivals for most of the time I was there in school and stuff. But Gilbert's drinking a Hub on a Shelf Belgian IPA and Brutal Green Reserva and a Hado rum, son. I do like that Hob one. I actually got one of the Hob glasses back there on the shelf as well. I like that series. Vanessa's in the house. Cheers, good. Vanessa. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up, Vanessa?
Drake drinking a Dragon's Milk, maybe. Beer Hound's in the house. What's going on, Beer Hound? Cheers, Bill. Good to see you.
What's up, Beer Hound?
Beer Hound out there in the OC in California. If y'all be checking out Beer Hound, check him out for his beer reviews. Hi, guys. He says, hi, gals. Yeah. Don't want to miss anybody. Work the room. Watch the Tulane game. The Greenies are the best 1-14 in the nation. I actually have that game on right now as well behind me. So, yeah, I like to see the Green Wave do something. But, you're kind of limited when you watch Tulane. You just know they're only going to do what they're going to do. So,
yeah.
Bart's in the house. Cheers, Bart. Hey, guys, see back with some Ying. Oh, you picked it up this week. You got the Yingling Hershey Chocolate Porter. Decent and cheaper than last year. Yeah, it's got a nice taste to it. And see, Bart's back in Jersey. So he grew up with Hershey as well. And it's got that nice Hershey flavor to it. Like I said, it's thinner than some people may prefer, but it's got the great flavor of the Hershey chocolate with it. So it's nice to enjoy. Skip's in the house. What's up, boys? Or I said, what's up, boys? Skip? I just threw the bad in there because we're bad anyway. So what's up, homie? And I was just talking to Gilbert here and wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving upcoming this Monday. So we were talking about that earlier. Skip is also a mechanic. Skip thanked me for saying Happy Canadian Beer Day yesterday as well, because I got love for everybody. So, what kind of beer you got there, Rod? I am actually drinking the Hop Butcher Double Grid Double IPA. There you go. Solid beer from them. I got a review on this one on the channel from when they sent it to me before. So, it is tasty. Yeah. And James, he's right there in Chicago. JT, that's watching. So he's right in his backyard as well. And they took over the half-acre spot. So hopefully, whenever it happens again, I'm back in Chicago. And Big Daddy's there too, by the way. When I'm back up there, I want to go actually check them out. Fixing to crack a Shipyard Smash Pumpkin Ale, 9% ABV. Very nice.
Oh, there you go.
Shipyard does some nice beers, and I don't think I've had the pumpkin one, but I've heard good things about that one as well. They are they're pretty tasty from the some I have had. I've had mainly Shipyard, I think, at a couple of the beer fests. We got a couple that pop up on the shelves, but not that much.
I've had that pumpkin one, but it's been years and years ago, and I remember it being pretty good. Pretty solid pumpkin beer.
And James got the Dovetail Hellas. Dovetail, and I got them marked off my list after having a few of their beers, and I'm sure that's pretty solid what they're doing. Just a nice setup. James, I know, really enjoys Dovetail. My other buddy Dave, who does the Beer in Front podcast. If you're a podcast fan, definitely check out Beer in Front because he does a lot of good stuff on his show. But he's right there where Dovetail's in his backyard. He's in Chicago as well. Really enjoys the beers they put out. Who says, you got Hot Butcher? You're a lucky man. I'm happy. I'm happy to get it. And I was saying earlier, it's been a while, so I know if I fell off a list or what it may be. And then all of a sudden, I was off Monday, and there was like a knock at the door. Went downstairs, and there was a box. And it was like, oh, Hot Butcher. Nice. Coming to my neighborhood, still not open yet, though. Yeah, so they're still working on getting that open. And the other thing, James, I mentioned this on, I don't know if I mentioned it last week on the show here, but also on the podcast. You guys will have the new Guinness tap house there in Chicago as well. And that's supposed to try to open up by 2023 St. Patrick's Day. So you'll have a little Guinness set up that you can check out. And that Guinness, they're going to be making small batch stuff just for the Chicago market as well. So you'll get stuff that we won't even get from other spots. So again, you'll have some other tasty beer, hopefully, in the area.
Oh, that Shipyard he's drinking, that must be the Smashed Pumpkin. Pugsley Signature Series, yeah, because I had the regular, which is 4.5%.
Yeah, you really did double it up then.
Yeah, and this one, they call it, because I was like 9%. I was like, no, the one I had is 4.5%, but then you scroll down and it says Pugsley Signature Series Smashed Pumpkin, 9%. So
nice. Yeah, if I see some of
that one.
If I see some of the beers from Shipyard, I definitely want to check some more out. I mean, there's just so many breweries that are around that it's hard to stay on top of everything. Let's see what's up, Ransom. Cheers. So what's popping? Just cracking some beers, having fun talking with everyone. Thursday night, toss one back, throw down. This is what we do. Kind of enjoy some beer, see what you guys are all up to, and kind of talk beer, and then don't talk beer. It depends what we all get into, which way the flow goes. Right now, we're still talking beer.
Well, you know who's not here, so we can talk beer.
We don't have our main conductor that takes the train off the track, so she took a break tonight.
Right?
It's like funny going down that road.
Yeah. Already?
I've never seen Shipyard actually in a can. They've always been bottled stuff I've seen, but more people are looking at cans now. I always prefer cans to bottle. I most of the time prefer cans to bottle because I feel like you have less chance of it actually having oxidation. And to me, like the can is pretty much a little keg. But if it's too much in the can, too long or something like that, you can pick up some of the TNA type feel to it, where it has like that metallic type taste in there possibly. But I just think cans are a lot easier. Plus, they're easier to store and move and just throw them in bags, take them to the beach or wherever you're going, you know.
Right, yeah.
Then we're having the bottles and stuff kicking around. Speaking of traveling, so I talked before about how you can actually bring back beer in your in your stored luggage on a flight, which I found out a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago. You just put it in your bag and you check that bag. Anything under 25% ABV can be checked right in that way, which is cool for bringing that back. But then I found out a few weeks ago, which I never knew either, you know the little bottles of liquor, like the shot bottles, like 1.5 ounce. You can take those. You can take those in your carry-on.
Really?
Yeah, you can actually take those in your carry-on because it's under the liquor guidelines or whatever like that. Oh. And
No matter what it is, as long as it's just in the little bottle.
Yeah, and it's like that's to me. I think that's asking. Maybe that's why so many people are getting crazy on planes now, right? Because they're like giving these little bottles. But and I've seen people take them on and do it. I looked online and it says you can do that, but it's like you're letting people bring in their own liquor if you're doing that, right? They're like, oh, just a Coke and they're pouring stuff in. So
that surprises me, yeah, because what would keep them from just getting in the bag and getting it out while you're on the plane? Because it's taking money away from them, because they sell it on the plane. So,
right.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm like, how did I miss this loophole in all my years? Like, I didn't know this was out there. So, what's up, FACP?
But that kind of makes sense. But he said,
FACP has been carrying on those small bottles for years.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I never knew that either.
See, there's something you know now. You could actually take those on.
But that kind of makes sense because if you're got cologne or whatever hair care product, hairspray or something, as long as it's in a small container, they'll let you carry it on. But if it's not, then you have to put it in with your luggage and shit.
Right. So it's got a liquid type thing. You can do that. But then it's like, I just think with the alcohol, they want to do because,
Well, yeah.
But I mean, they're scanning it. They don't know. They just see little bottles maybe, but it's just funny. So
it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
So not only can you sneak it into movies, you can now take it on the plane without having to sneak it in. You ever sneak stuff into movies growing up, like when you were a kid? Like
growing up,
yeah.
Last time I went to the movies, and she's not want to carry a purse. I'm like, every woman carries a purse. Why can't you just get your big ass purse so we can just carry in some shit while we're, you buy the same damn candy at the Dollar Tree. It's the same exact candy for $1.
What's the craziest thing you've ever snuck into the movies?
I feel like we took a beer in before. When we were, back in the day, she would carry big purses. Yeah. Now she just carries like a small one just for her keys and wallet and shit. Just some essential stuff. It's not very big, so there's no way you could really sneak anything in that thing. But I feel like we took beer in one time when we were younger.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing. Craziest thing you think you took in
to movies? Yeah,
I mean, I can remember like we go like this stuff like back in high school and back in the day, like when they used to have like the Ponderosas, and people would go to Ponderosa and go to the little buffet thing, and we would take like you take napkins, you wrap up like wings or something like that and everything, and put it before you went to the movie, you sneak something like that in.
I never thought about that, I guess.
But I've seen people sneaking sandwiches before and all kinds of different stuff. So
yeah,
usually something with a can is usually common because you'll be in there and you'll hear that like.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's like wait for it to get dark and all of a sudden you hear it pop and you're like, okay.
But yeah,
kind of make sure nobody's sitting around you,
But definitely sneak into Reese's and the candy because they try to get you at the candy counter at the movie theater. It's like, oh, that's crazy. No.
Yeah, they ain't no joke there. You pay as much for popcorn and a Coke as you do for the damn movie. I don't know how kids could do it nowadays. Of course, until recently, you wasn't doing it anyway because of COVID. But man, I remember when we were dating way, long 20-something years ago. It was like, yeah, you go to the movie. It was a nice little date night. It wasn't that expensive to go see a movie for two people and some drinks and a popcorn or something. Now you can get out there for $60-$70. My brother took his daughter to a movie. I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, I guess now, because she's just getting back from vacation. So yeah, probably a couple weeks ago they went to go see some. Forget one. She likes to go see scary movies, and I forgot what they went to see. He said it was terrible. I was like, well, how much does that cost? How much does that cost nowadays? He's like, well, shit. By the time we got Cokes and popcorn and maybe a candy or something, and the movie's like it was like $60-something. I'm like, yeah, I don't doubt that. I'm like, I don't even know how kids do it these days.
Right? It's kind of crazy there. But
I'm thinking we used to be able to do that for $20-$25, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Of course, that was 20 years ago, but still, popcorn costs that much more. It's still a nickel for that whole big ass tub you're gonna buy for $10. And you know the Coke ain't that much. You're just paying for the damn the cup to put it in.
So
which isn't even that much.
What was your go-to candy for the movies?
I like. Shane always makes fun of me, but I like the old snow caps.
Really? Going old school with the snow caps.
Just the old chocolate snow cap. But outside of that, probably like Milk Duds.
Yeah.
Because she'd like to take the popcorn and then dump Milk Duds in it and mix it around where the popcorn was still a little warm, and it would just kind of start melting, make the Milk Duds a little soft, and I don't know, the butter and the chocolate or whatever. It was a good combination. I don't know why it worked. The sweet and salty, I guess. I don't know, but it was tasty though. She'll do that sometimes here. Whenever we watch a movie or something, we make some popcorn. If we have, know we're going to do it ahead of time, we'll go to the Dollar Tree and stock up on some of the movie theater pop or candy. It's like,
yeah.
So like Milk Duds. I'm like, okay,
right.
We'll get some Milk Duds.
Yeah, I was more of a Reese's Pieces kind of guy, so
I like those too.
Yeah,
I get those sometimes in like a Blizzard or something.
Yeah,
Reese's Pieces and M&Ms.
And let me see here. Yeah, I was gonna say everybody keep it cool and stuff, like something like that. Ransom will be saying stuff like that here as well, and Billy as well. Keep it legit out there. The moderators, feel free to do what you need to do there, and appreciate the super chat, but the comments and stuff like that definitely got to go. Let's see here.
Somebody
it does.
Now commenting something bad.
Yeah, I got guys clearing it up right now. Just stupid stuff.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah.
Keep it legit. We have a good time here, but we keep it legit, and everybody welcome and stuff. But at the same point, we're not like a romper room. So that's the thing. It does take off the edge when flying. It's funny. Last flight we had coming back from New Jersey, and it was like going to New Jersey. Our flight was like around 6 something or 7 in the morning, so we got there around 6. And nothing was open here in Kentucky, which usually there is something open. Coming back, it was like same thing. It's like, oh, the bar's open now. I'm gonna go have a beer. So I was like, it's like 6 o'clock. It helps me relax. It don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter.
It's
still an hour before my flight. So no matter what time of day it is. And I was like in there, and I was like, you guys open?
Screwdriver before you jump on?
I was like, you guys open? And she's like, yeah, come on in. And so I grabbed a beer when I was there. But it was also funny because the airport, like these people are getting lit up when they get on planes. But at the airport restaurants, if you get a drink, they'll be like, oh, you want an extra shot for $2? Like, who's going to turn down the extra shot for $2?
Right.
Like, you'd ask someone that, it's like, well, this is like 8. I might as well go to 10 or 6. I might as well go. I'm like, it's like, it's easy. Yeah, just give me another shot for $2.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
And if some of them are just heavy-handed, they're not even really measuring them out. They're going to hook you up, and it's like,
yeah.
But you get on the plane and you're like, I'm not putting on my mask. Why are they so ornery? You should have seen a person serving them in the bar in the airport. That's why they're so ornery.
I can tell you why. Hell, you want to know? I can tell you.
But some places they want to try to stop them from actually drinking now on the plane. I'm like, whoa. Let's not go crazy now. And then some have said, well, we just won't serve anybody in the main cabin back. So if you're in first class, you're still okay. So
yeah, there you go.
So now,
because that won't cause any problems.
That won't cause any.
If you're sitting in the back, how many fights is that going to start?
Yeah, I thought you weren't serving alcohol. I saw a guy there drinking. Well, he's a first class, sir. He's a first class.
Yeah.
Your main cabin. Sorry. You should have paid the extra $. So yeah, that'll end up in a discrimination lawsuit somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah,
you're right. Like, oh no, you're one of those. You can't have any.
Yeah, I drink whiskey from time to time. I've actually got a few whiskey bottles behind me as well. But I usually on here, because it is the beer channel, I usually drink beer, but occasionally I'll have a shot. Actually, Todd and I did a drink of whiskey a few weeks back or whatever.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, it's good. Appreciate that. It's just that, I'm not going to read the comments and stuff because, it's just not cool and stuff. So, yeah. Let me see. Legendary plain beer run is coming. Yeah. I mean, if you pack the bag and you just bring it back and stuff. So when I went to New Jersey, I actually did fly first class. So I took one bag just for the beer because I'm only going to be up there for a few days. And it usually be just a one suitcase thing. So I brought one bag, loaded it with the beer and stuff, put all the wrap and everything there, brought it all back with no issues. So it all worked out well.
So did you just got to run it and check it in like a normal bag?
Yeah, you just check it in and stuff. So here's the funny thing, right? So when I went up there, I was actually, I think you're supposed to be at 50 pounds for your bag. And I think one was like at 53, but she let me go ahead and go through, I guess, maybe because if you're first class, they bump you to give you that little leeway or whatever. And then I was coming back and I was like, I don't know how much this thing weighs. Like, it feels like it might be a little bit heavier than before. And it came back and it was like 55 or 56. They went ahead and put it through anyway. Cause I'm like, I had another bag so I could have shifted stuff around to make it 50 in each. I mean, whether it's all one or the other, but I'm like, I want to sit there pulling beer stuff out of some bag. This guy's like, oh, I'll handle that bag for you, sir.
Yeah, I get that. Show back up in Kentucky and it's all gone.
Like, I swear I had a Goose Island in here. Like
a few cans light. Yes, a few bottles light. What's going on here?
But yeah, so you just go ahead and check it in and they just put it right on the little belt and kicked it right back to the plane and stuff. So then I had to worry about the baggage guys and then they're throwing stuff around, but it was all good. So yeah, I'm good with it. The second time I did one at the Dallas years back and works well. Makes it nice. Let's see here.
Yeah, I told my brother that he was on vacation 3 weeks ago or so and went to Florida with one of his buddies.
Yeah.
And they were gonna go to some breweries. Like, well, bring back some beer. Yeah. I said, you can put that in your luggage and do it as a carry, or just check it in. They won't say nothing. He's like, he didn't really say anything. I was like, well, let's see, but he didn't.
What do I like more, Hop Butcher or Treehouse? Well, I've only had a couple of the Treehouse beers, but they were really good. The ones I had, it was the Julius and what was the one? Because you got them too, right? Joe sent them down to us, I believe.
Treehouse?
Yeah,
I've had a couple. I haven't had very many, but
it was Julius and something else, and it was really good. Hop Butcher, I mean, I've had more Hop Butcher, so I really like what they're doing. They've had a couple really good ones I really like. One of the ones I like more from Hop Butcher was actually one of their stouts. They had a really good stout that I enjoyed. But their IPAs and double IPAs are really good too. I haven't had enough to really give it a fair shot of the Treehouse beers, but the one I had from Treehouse or the two I had from Treehouse were like pretty much drinking orange juice. They were just so smooth you could chug right through them. So taste wise, they were definitely up there.
I've had more Hop Butcher, so I'd have to say Hop Butcher for me. But I just haven't had enough Treehouse. But I have had a few of them. But actually, let's see. I'm gonna pull it up just to see now.
FACP says Snow Caps and popcorn is killer. So he's with you on that.
Yeah. It's old school, but I do like them. I like to buy them anytime I go to the Dollar Tree if I see them. And they don't have them all the time, which is weird. But I'll pick them up. I like to put them in the refrigerator and get them nice and cold. They're in the freezer sometimes. Let's see. Looks like maybe Julius is the only thing I have had from Treehouse. I was thinking I had a couple of them from there, but that looks like the only thing I have had. No, at least the only thing I've checked in.
Let me see. So I'm going to actually crack this one open now, right here. So this will be the next one I'm going to actually check out. And this is also from Hop Butcher. It is the I Want to Believe with the hop in the air, kind of the old X-Files type thing. So nice. Citra El Dorado and Belma hopped double Indy Pale, 7.5% ABV. This one I've also done a review on previously, so you can actually see that on the channel as well. But, you talk about the snow caps and the popcorn, something that's really good to mix for the Chicago fellas here. The Chicago-style popcorn, which is the caramel popcorn with the cheddar cheese popcorn. You put those both together.
Ooh, yeah.
That is really good.
First
time I had that was in Chicago, but we get them down here at places we can get that too. It is really good.
I think they sell them in a potato chip type bag, like at Sam's Club.
Oh, really?
Mixture. Yeah, I believe so.
Well, the last one I got was at Jungle Jim's, like a little bucket or whatever. And that was really a decent one. But here's a look here. Again, this one's more of a ripe pineapple type color. Got a nice head on it, nice frothiness. And this is another one that's really good. Get the nice notes coming off of it. Kind of like a tropical citrus type feel. Hot Butcher won't do you wrong. That's all I'm saying. Big Daddy said, yes, no caps and Twizzlers. I do like Twizzlers. I'm a Twizzlers kind of guy. I do like some of those as well. I know, Gilbert. That's why I got you in the job, son. Appreciate you, homie.
No doubt.
When I was a kid, I liked Raisinets best. Now I sneak in my own bag of Jelly Bellies. I do like some Jelly Bellies. I haven't had those in a while. And they have some neat little, jelly beans. Different flavors.
Yeah, no, I like those, yeah.
They got
that one that tastes like butter popcorn. It's pretty daggone good.
They got also like some all flavor type packs type stuff too. They have one that actually they did off of beer, like a beer flavored one too. So
my daughter, she got those. Her and my niece, my brother's daughter, they got them one night doing a sleepover and was trying them because they make it a game. I forget what the game's called, but they look they look just alike. So it might be a good flavor, and then it might be like some kind of skunk flavored or tastes like boogers or something, but I forget what it's called. But the nasty ones, they're pretty bad.
So how do you compare tastes like
I know.
What's a comparison table? Yeah.
And who's a scientist to bring up that flavoring? Like, what do you go off of?
So like toenail fungus. How the hell would you know what that's supposed to taste like?
Right. Is there somebody that's actually doing a taste test before those things go out on the shelf? Like, I don't want that job.
Oh, man. Let me see. Let me see here. James says it's like whiskey and whiskey. I've been getting into rye lately. Rye whiskey is a nice one. I like the rye with a little bit of the additional spice kind of kick you get with that. So
yeah,
that'd be kind of good there. FACP says, what's with all the messages? Yeah, it's just some trolling there. So the moderators have been monitoring and handling business. Let me see your dumbass out of your chair. Yeah. So don't let them get to you, Skip. You're good. Oh, my finger hurts when these useless troll. Better bring the reels. Gilbert's like, I can do this all night. I picture Gilbert just there like Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty when he's typing on the computer.
Quick. You're out of here. You're out of here. Next. Got you too.
Yeah. Dang, if everybody gets hot butcher, but no, it's getting around.
Me too. I would take some.
It's a growing thing. I mean, they kind of get them out and around. I think Paul made a mention of that too. I don't know how they come up with who they want to send them out to, and next time I get some that I may have had before, I think I'll try to get them out to some people if I can. But I don't know what.
That's how I got mine before.
Yeah, it's like
some
they're cool.
That Joe had, so he sent me a handful on a trade. So
yeah. But even like Big Daddy, like he doesn't really do the reviews on that, but he's up there in Chicago. But he's sending me the Big Bear or whatever was one of their beers they had done, so to check out, which is nice of them. it's I just feel lucky to even be thought of. Like a beer company wants to send you something to check out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
No showing
and
off.
it's
No
smart on
showing
their
off.
part too.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people are doing it a lot more nowadays. And it's like,
Kind of gets the name out there, and everybody's like, oh man, where's this? Even though they're not really they don't distribute, I guess, but still, that's a pretty good marketing plan on their part, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's the thing too with it. I mean, there's some people that have this stuff and they're like, they don't want to get the beers because they feel they have to give them a good review. Like, I don't feel that. When people approach me from different companies, I always tell them a fair review type thing. And, if they're fine with still sending it, go ahead. I'd be more than happy to take a look at it. And that's what me and Jeremiah talked about before. But like some people say, well, you can't get it and really give an honest review. Yeah, you still can. You can still give your take. You guys got to set the parameter up front to how you actually do stuff, because there are there's some beer companies I think that have told people, but we'll send it to you, but we want you to say this, this, and this in your thing. Like I would never do something like that where it's like you can't tell me what to say how I'm going to feel about it, So,
and as a brewery, why would you want that? Like I would want the true response. I mean, how are you going to get better if your stuff's crap? You think it's good, but everybody's going, oh, this isn't so good. Why would you not want to try to make it better? Better yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's a few that are getting it and reviewing it think it's that. What do you think that most everybody that's coming to the brewery or whatever that might be local or something thinking? Probably the same thing. Like, you ain't going to be in business long if you ain't going to try to better yourself on, So why would I don't understand. But you're right, though. I mean, a lot of places do that. But if I was sending something I want your honest opinion. I want to know.
Yeah. Well, it's like funny. Like, I always joke about it, like a few years back. Dan, Western Canadian reviewers up in Canada as well. He had a thing where one of his buddies was a beer blogger up in Canada, and a brewery reached out to him and pretty much criticized him and said, pretty much, you're fired. He's like, you can't fire me. I don't work for you. Like,
right.
Yeah. I was like, it's my blog. It's like, type situation, but
you're fired.
Like right.
I quit. You can't fire me. I quit.
You can't fire me. It's funny because you'll see like right now a hot topic has been like Untapped for a lot of breweries, and there's a lot of breweries that don't like it that much because of the people comments and stuff that are being put out there by, you get people that are around beer a lot, you get people that aren't around beer a lot. So it's kind of like someone who puts like a stupid comment out there, will this taste like shit or whatever. And you're not really giving a full view, which is fine to have a gripe there. But it's kind of like everything, all this stuff being done is for feedback. Like when I put stuff on Untapped, it's really for my feedback on it when it comes to the rating, what I thought of it for how I preferred it, and then kind of an overall view of how I interpret the beer. But if I don't like a beer, I give a reason why I don't like it usually, or I give it a breakdown or something like that. And some people don't do that, but that's just the nature of the beast and everything. But some of the breweries get really upset, which, that's their name, that's their career. They are putting it out there, but not all the beers done just because it says craft beer are great either. Right. So, just like some macros aren't always bad. Some craft beers aren't always great. So you got to be able to be set up for that. It's like coming on YouTube, at some point you're going to have trolls that come on. That's just all part of the whole thing. So you just have to rock with it,
Yeah.
But I see some of these guys get bent out of shape and then they end up hurting themselves more because then they get criticized for how they come out attacking other people, so.
Well, then you get people that ask for stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll tell them they'll give them a good review, which, who I'm sort of referring to. Maybe
I know. Yeah. They would like, oh, yeah. I've never reached out to any type of brewery, but I know people that have like, hey, you should send me beers so I can review it.
Right.
Yeah. It's, yeah. And I feel like if you're doing good quality, they'll find you is how I always look at it. So. Yeah, you like that? You like that little special effects? Yeah. Yeah.
Stone Cold said so.
Which I finally did do the did I upload the video on it yet? I don't know if I did, but I finally did the Stone Cold IPA. So if I didn't upload it yet, I'll upload that here in the next few days too.
I don't remember seeing it, but you could have.
Greenies take the lead in the third. Oh, wow. I didn't even look at it. Yeah, Tulane is up on Houston. I hope they do beat Houston just because that was our old football coach. What's up, Erie? Cheers. Cheers. Hope you're laying them down Erie? Over there in Warzone until I come back later. Hopefully you guys are crushing it right now. I used to roll up abacabas and put the whole thing in my mouth and eat them. Oh, wow. What is that? I feel like that's like a Greek food or something.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'll do a trade, man. It didn't be a trade. If I get extra, I can always get those out. I rarely ever think about it most of the time. I just kind of put them in the beer cellar, and it's kind of like I looked at my Untapped list the other day, and it was like 140 beers on my list right now. Which seems like it might be a lot, but I know people want more. But here's the thing: the 140 isn't even accurate because you only put it in one thing will show up on your list. So I've got like some that are 3-packs, some are 4-packs, some are definitely over the 140.
Right, yeah. Just the one particular brand or type. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, so it's like, I definitely got a few beers on there, and I always watch, like, when I watch Kyle do no hype beer reviews, he got all the beers behind him, and it's just like, you're sitting in the freaking store, like, you got more beer behind you than I know in some stores, like, that are good.
Right, yeah, especially craft, beers for sure.
Yeah. Why is it like an
on top of that?
There should be an American Picker show just for beer. That would be awesome, just to go around trying to find different types of beers. Buying them off of people.
That would be interesting.
Hot Butcher Fat Bear Peanut Butter Stout en route to both of you sent today. Oh, nice, homie.
Oh, appreciate you. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. Oh, yeah. Big Daddy coming through. I still don't know how we both screwed up
some peanut butter stouts.
I still don't know how we both screwed up our zip codes, but yeah.
What do what?
I said I don't know how we both screwed up our zip codes when we gave it to Big Daddy for our address. He said we both had errors in our zip code number. So
really?
Yeah. He said I had extra digit on mine. He said you did as well in your thing. So will be the point of having a beer review channel if you have to lie about a beer. Right. That's the thing, right? You want to give your honest thing. But there are some channels where I would say I've never seen a negative review either, or like a critical review. It doesn't be fully negative, but I don't see like a critical pointing out things. Like on some of my videos, if they're trying to date on something, I'll point that out. Or if it tastes a little bit more flat, or it has too much of a syrupy type feel. Like one of the videos I'm going to be uploading, one of the beers I got had that buttery popcorn, which is an off flavor in beer. And that'll be explained there when I do that video. But some people, everything is always like an excellent beer. Every time you see a video, and it's like every beer can't be an excellent beer, right? So it's an organized hit conducted by bots and probably directed from Russia. It might have been. Hey, if I'm on Russia's radar, I appreciate being on Russia's radar. It means I'm going places in the world. So.
That's right. Yeah, you're putting on high alert. You're good. You're doing good. Doing all right.
I was hit by the guys that shut down Facebook. How crazy was that? Facebook going down the day before the day before she testifies. I'm like, were you guys getting rid of files? Maybe shut Facebook down.
Yeah, something. Yeah, for sure. Like, all right, shut it down and get rid of all this shit.
They're like, oh, we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Yeah, really. She's testifying tomorrow, right? You might be cleaning the house a little bit.
Instagram too. I was at lunch. Just about the only time I look at Facebook during the days. Sit there at lunch. I'll skim through it, and I was like, "What in the hell is going on? What is going? Am I getting service? What? I don't understand what was going on." Of course, then at the time I didn't realize what was happening.
Yeah.
That's why I got on Instagram. I was like the same thing on Instagram too. I was like, what?
Yeah, because they own that and the WhatsApp because they own the WhatsApp.
Yeah,
too,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm more of a Twitter person than I am Facebook. Usually, I mean, I'm on Facebook because I have the Facebook pages, and you see stuff I'll pop up occasionally on my main page. But I'm mostly more Twitter type thing. It was funny because they were cracking jokes on Twitter about Facebook being down over there and stuff. So,
yeah.
Abba Zaba is a candy bar. I don't remember Abba Zaba. Maybe we didn't have that here.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of it.
Finally hit the rum. Tastes better after killing off those brutal trolls, son. Well, I appreciate you, homie. It's just a little bit sweeter now.
There you go.
Abba Zaba consisted of white taffy exterior with a creamy peanut butter center, known as the Abba Zaba bar. Huh.
Interesting.
Was that everywhere?
We'll grab another beer. I'll be right back.
All right. Abba Zaba bar. Let me take a look at this thing here. Oh, you know what? It's like this may have been something around when I was a kid. Soft and chewy. The wrapper looks kind of familiar. Chewy taffy, peanut butter center. Out of, I'm trying to see here. I thought it said out of the place it was located. No, it says Dulce Soluso or something. But Abba Zaba. Interesting. The wrapper does look familiar. I pulled it up and it's got those Norco or Necco wafers as well. I hated those Necco wafers. Those little thin wafers that were like terrible. Like, why would you make these? Just give me cardboard to chew. Terrible. I don't know if they still make those or not, but if they do, kids, stay away from them. If you're a kid, you should not be watching this show. Anyway, we're talking about beer. It's not you, Rod. YouTube live streams happening now. They're all over the place, huh? They target all live streams at once, and every tag looks the same. 3 or 4 or 5 bots spewing a lot of nonsense. Then they leave as quickly as they came. Yeah, that seems to be what happened here. But you know what? It's engagement, and one of the guys did a super chat. So at the same point, thanks for the super chat. As for its peanutty taste, it was still near perfection. To be honest, I'm not certain of the outer taffy's intent. By intent, I mean flavor. I like to think of it as a sugar taffy. Huh. Yeah, I pulled a picture up here. I'll show it to you, Todd. So I was looking on my screen, and everybody else that's watching as well. The wrapper does kind of look familiar, so that's what it looks like there. Oh, your mic's off. There you go.
About now.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I set it down and disconnected, so when I put it back in, it automatically muted me for some reason. Yeah, that does look familiar.
Yeah. So I may have had that when I was a kid.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Might have been one of those candies you got, like you said, trick or treat, and you were like, "What in the hell is this?"
this ain't no Mary Jane. The old Eddie Murphy thing. This ain't no McDonald's burger. McDonald's don't use no green peppers. Where's the bun? McDonald's uses a bun. They don't use bread.
Hey, Big Daddy still on. Do you guys get tag on it? What the hell? 18th Street Brewery. I don't know why. Just lost my mind. I just popped one.
Oh, nice.
Because I told him I was gonna maybe try to send him a couple. Well, just for payback. He said no. He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, I got it. Beer Gods. It's a must.
I was going to say Big Daddy and James are both there in Chicago. So they both probably get that out of Indiana. I do like some 18.
Yeah,
I don't know if I told you, but the last Beer Fest, I met one of the guys from 18th Street. He's actually being ran through the distributor I know here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I got to actually reach out to him. We talked about doing something online.
I knew they were distributing more. I knew they were close up there to them, sort of. I didn't know if they were actually getting anything. I didn't want to send something that he could get. Was why I was asking if they were getting 18th Street or get his hands on it. Then I didn't want to. When I get his package and have his address, then I might try to send him a few things back just because that's what I like to do that anyway. So.
If you have a fill-in, stay away from it. Yeah, if you have a fill-in, something like that will pull it out for sure with the taffy and the peanut butter.
Well, this one's
Beer House said he didn't see your beer. It was too fast. Oh, well.
Well, this one is Terre Haute Brewery, and it's not 18th Street. But I thought the can art made me think of 18th Street.
Cool can art, though.
Yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty cool. So it's 8%, 8% ABV. It's pretty good. I had this one. Actually, I might have had it on the show a week ago or so.
Yeah.
Still got a can or two left, but it's the first time I'd seen them.
Yeah, James has 18s frequently.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're good.
Okay.
Yeah, they do some good stuff. Yeah, Ty was the first one to send me one of their things there. But yeah, I remember Nakakan. They were horrible, right? Most were horrible. There was more multicolored taffy that's so good. Well, the wafers were terrible, though. The thin wafers they had. So I was like, don't put that in my trick-or-treat bag. I don't want those.
You wake up and you got eggs in your house. You know what now?
Yeah, trippy can. It's cool artwork on it. Blake in the house. Cheers, homie.
What's up,
What's
Blake?
happening? Welcome, my brother. Let's see. I was going to.
It's a nice beer, though. It's pretty good. It's solid. Nice color to it. Kind of dark.
Oh, yeah.
Not as murky as what yours was looking, but still
mine
got the haziness to it.
Mine has the juice is loose type feel to it. The juice is loose. Not that juice. Woo! That juice. That juice got in trouble. That juice was loose and it wasn't good for a few people. Let me see. Actually looking for something here real quick. What the hell? Oh, yeah. So here's something here. I don't know if you've seen this one before. But here's a guy. It's like, know your surroundings, know what you're doing, try to test it out ahead of time.
It's like Iowa there.
Oh, shit. Where's my thing? Oh, no wonder I didn't just play up here. Let's see if it does it.
Okay, I thought it was just me for a minute. I was like, it's not doing anything.
Out for a bike ride? I'm gonna have a beer. Trying to get a beer.
Oh, face plant right in the pavement.
Yeah, but it went too slow there for the first time. I started running back. I don't know what's going on in my system.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going too slow.
Kurwa.
Anyway, you got to know where you put your beer for your surroundings. That kind of sucks. It was actually pretty funny here. Let's see if it does it now. I feel like I got too much stuff maybe gone. Here we go.
Kurwa.
No, it's still screwing up. Screw it. Well, I was going to try to show that, but we'll go ahead and pull that off there. Nothing like going live and trying to show a video and it doesn't work because your system is, like, whatever reason, slowing down. Trying to do an update or something.
I used to do that as a kid, riding your bike, and you'd put your foot in the front there to kind of make you go, but not so you go so fast, but just to kind of get your wheel up in the air a little bit, you know.
Yeah, well, he was trying to get a beer off the bike, but
yeah,
he kind of failed that scenario. What is going on, Arizona? Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday to you. A little bit of a bummer for you guys now after that. Well, you guys are kind of bouncing back, right? It was really just that Oregon game, but Arizona's Ohio State fan and alum, so that was a rough one. And then Oregon went down to Stanford last week. It's like, what is going on? Like, some of these teams that are getting upset are big surprises. Big Daddy's never heard of 18th. He's never heard of 18th Street. He said he would definitely look for 18th. Yeah, they're actually out of. Is it Gary? They're out of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Kind of in that area, maybe. I don't know if it's a Gary, but it's in that area.
I can't remember now. They might actually list it as Gary. If not, it's like right on the city limit there.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see now. I think it is Gary though, because I know it's not super far from Zombie Dust and they'll make the. Why is my mind not working?
You know about Three Floyds?
Three Floyd, yes. Good God.
The Three Floyds is a monster.
Oh, Hammond. It's in Hammond, Indiana, 18th Street. Yeah. But I think it's in the Gary vicinity, I believe.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's too far from Three Floyds, though. I think it's only about 35 minutes or so from there, maybe.
Yeah.
25 minutes. It's not real far, I don't think. I'm going to pull it up on the map and see how far they, outskirts of Chicago. Let's see.
The 18th Street's in Hammond, James says, so they are neighbors of Three Floyds.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they have.
Oh, Kim John, right, Eric? The trolls have been rolling tonight.
I think they have a brewery now in Indianapolis. Because I pulled it up, I was like, "That's just right there in Indianapolis." Like, I know that's not right. So I just Googled Hammond, Indiana, and it is like right on the kind of Illinois state line there, sort of.
Yeah.
Kind of like, East Chicago, Gary area there.
Yeah, the more trolls that come, the more I rank up my ranks with some moderators. I didn't even see Hans was here earlier. I missed Hans earlier in between the stuff. Why are you mad at Joe D? Joe D's the man. I don't know if Hans is still here or not, though.
He's mad at Joe D?
Yeah, he got mad at Joe D, it looks like. I don't know why. Oh, let me see. Where was I in the comments here? Ranks
so
up.
Daddy,
they didn't fall as far as I thought they fell then.
I don't know. Okay.
They're right behind UC, I think. UC is the one that's going to possibly get screwed at some point, though. Because even though they beat Notre Dame, they really don't have anybody strong in their schedule that's left. Better chance of winning Warzone destination. Let me see. More a suburb of Chicago than Gary. Okay. So where Hammond is more of a suburb there. In my neighborhood during Halloween, everybody gave out Boston baked beans and lemon heads and love those. We would get the full size because doctors lived in the neighborhood. I remember the Boston baked beans. I remember those as well, and the lemon heads.
Yeah. I didn't mind those Boston baked beans too much, really.
Yeah. No, I didn't either. Actually, for rye whiskey, I don't know all the ryes and stuff, but Gilbert, if you're here, you probably know a good rye whiskey to recommend for Eric, Thomas Meadow 75. I'm terrible. Even though I live in a state that's known for whiskey, I just don't drink it as enough to give out recommendations. Rod, not John. I know what you meant. Clemson is the one that's taking a huge up. Oh, yeah, Clemson, definitely. I mean, they're pretty much – this season's going to be a write-off for them. So, speaking of football, what about Urban Meyer? All the stuff coming out of that. I didn't even see the video, but I guess the girl was dancing near his lap or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he wasn't moving. I'm thinking. I guess he was like
he wasn't moving, and he had his hands on his junk, basically. At least it looked like in the video anyway. But yeah, he wasn't trying to push her away or nothing.
Is this like with Rudy down the pants in the Borat movie?
but then somebody at work said there's a second video that he's with a different girl. It happened on consecutive nights.
Well, I know
I haven't seen another video other than that one with the blonde girl.
Well, apparently the inside joke with the Jaguars, it was, I guess, a thing at practice this week, and it broke the huddle. You know, you break the huddle, you'll say, you know, like a word or whatever. They all said grind, like making reference to Urban Meyer. But he's in some pretty hot water right now, it seems, at least from what's reported.
Well, I was also talking about today, I was like, Bobby Petrino left Atlanta Falcons to go to Arkansas after the fourth game. Right now they're on their fourth game. I was like, maybe he's trying to get fired so he can go take the USC job.
Maybe.
Game 4, he's going to be like, I'm not going anywhere. Next day they wake up and practice like, where's coach? I don't know. I ain't seen him. Next thing you know, he's on the Sports Center going, I'm taking the USC job.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm out.
It's when the coaches say, I've never been happier here. You got to worry, right? It's like when owners say we have all of our full belief and trust in him as our head coach. It's like, oh, you're about to get cut.
Right. Nice knowing you.
Miss that troll pool.
Was that Thomas Meadow was asking about the
rye whiskey? Yeah, you know a good rye whiskey or whatever.
If you can find Michter's at a decent price, Michter's rye is really good.
Okay.
And I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, I've bought it before, and I'm not paying a shit ton of money for bourbons because I'm like you. I'll drink sometimes, but I'm not going to go. I don't know the difference. I'm not buying an $80 bottle of bourbon because I'm not that into it. So
yeah. I mean,
but I like it enough to drink on it. But
it's not like it's a full bottle of Utopia or anything.
Yeah, exactly. It was given to me though, so I was buying it. So
you had to be lit that night to do a full thing of Utopia.
I kind of remember a little bit, but I can say probably so. Just because as the night went on and things kind of seemed a little cloudy. So
yeah, I bet.
And then he wouldn't give me the bottle. I just wanted the bottle just for showcase on my bar. Like I drank it all. I should at least get the bottle. I mean, it didn't cost him anything. He got it for free. So
right. Urban and the Jags are junk. Yeah, they're not doing well from everything I've seen. Urban has already lost the locker room, so he's toast. When they go 0-8, he'll resign because I doubt he'll be fired this season. And he'll come back to what was he on Fox Sports before he took the Jags job, right? He'll come back and be a commentator again.
I just don't know. He doesn't seem like he'd be driven enough for the pros. I think he likes to. I think this college game would suit him more.
Oh, that's nice.
Just because, in the pros, those guys are going to listen to you anyway.
Arizona was
back. More money than you do.
He was driving to Ohio the other. Yeah, they do. They drove to Ohio the other day. Drove through Kentucky. Every exit had bourbon. Yeah, that's how they like. You're driving through and they'll be like, "Oh, distillery this exit." I mean, the closest distillery I have is Boone County Distillery, and they're about 10 minutes from me. So, and the funny thing is, it's right off the 75 exit too. So.
Especially if you're driving through the Bardstown area, Arizona, because that's where all the big boys, pretty much every 5 miles, you're at a big distillery, or you could be, Then
if I go the other way, I can go to Party Source, and they got New Riff right there now, too. Which is also is also off of 471. It's off another highway. Maybe a lot of them are off highways. I like the Michter's American whiskey a bunch. Maybe I should go get Michter's rye. Now having a Twangarang with Twang Mango Chili Sour from Martin House Brewing. Cheers. Nice, Foamy. Hey, Foamy, did you get any of the, are you going to try the Yingling, since you have Yingling now there, the Hershey's Chocolate Porter? Are you going to try to pick that up? What are you going to say, Todd?
I was going to say Angel's Envy is right right in downtown Louisville. I've been thinking about going over there and doing like one of their little tours or whatever.
That'd be pretty
bourbon
cool.
experience, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
their bourbons are really good.
Yeah,
from what I've had, I've never bought a bottle of it, but I've had some, in tastings or whatever.
I've heard good stuff about them up here as well. Gilbert said, depends on the style of rye. There's a million Rittenhouse, Maryland style, JD rye, Tennessee style, lot 40, Canadian, New York distillery, ragtime rye, New York State style. So it depends on what you're looking for there. To his team, it wasn't a viral video. It was his not flying home on a team plane. No one does that in the NFL, not even Lombardi's ghost. Yeah, not even flying back with it. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Of course, then he was trying to say he was spending time with his grandkids and stuff. Like, yeah, really? It didn't look like it.
Is your grandkid?
He must have been in bed. He was going out for the night.
Is your grandkid named Misty?
You're right. She's a little too old to be a grandkid.
Ever heard of Twangorama? They're a band from New Orleans. I've not heard of Twangorama. But a Shamalama Ding Dong.
Me either.
That's from Animal House. Anchor makes a great rye as well. I can't remember the name. Start with a P. Shamalama Ding Dong. Yeah. I haven't watched Animal House in years. Great classic movie.
I haven't either.
Peerless Rye? Eric's asking. Maybe that's it. Last week I was the rye that begins with a P that Eric said. Anchor. Yeah.
Okay.
Last week I was going to watch the Sopranos movie. Never got around to it, so I have to watch it this week because I want to finally check it out. And you guys got Disney Plus?
We do.
They just had Black Widows on Disney Plus for free now. If you haven't,
I saw that.
I haven't watched it yet. I would try to watch that this weekend. James says Animal House did not age well. I think it kind of aged well. I still like watching Animal House. I still enjoy the movie. It's kind of funny. I mean, some of the stuff that happens in Animal House now would be bad based on our current culture, but it's still a funny movie.
Right?
You got to look at it at that time.
There was a lot of movies that would fit that now. Like, I'm not sure you can't really do a remake, and it's probably not. Surprised it's still in existence.
Yeah. There's a lot of problems with it, but under the current.
I just pulled up Peerless Distilling. Also, I didn't realize. Hell, they're in downtown Louisville. Also.
Oh shoot.
On 10th Street in Louisville, like that's right down in the. As soon as you come across the main, the downtown bridge there.
Yeah.
Might have to go. I think there's a couple more down there, actually. I just don't follow it that much to paying attention.
Well, I don't know if people still do toga parties. I mean, back when I was in college in the 90s, there were still some toga parties that were done, but that's a while ago. Toga parties might not be done as much now, but consider now, I think now you got the stuff like the old school with the Jello wrestling or whatever, like with Blue, like getting in a wrestling match with the two women.
My boy, Blue.
My boy, Blue.
My boy.
You sure you can handle this?
That's a great movie, too.
Another great movie to sit there and watch.
Yes.
Close my eyes. You're my boy, Blue. You may be asking yourself, why is there a brick tied to a rope that's on the other end of your penis? Yeah.
That's funny.
Old school's classic. Why she gives me? I still laugh at certain parts. The part with John Belushi and the guitar, when they go and like Otis and them are playing with the band, he's like, mind if we dance with your dates? I think that's still pretty hilarious. And he's like, Otis, my man. And everybody looks back like, oh, I still get some funny parts out of that movie, We're going streaking.
Yeah.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
He just So the way it hits your lips. He's going to do another one. He's doing another one. Yeah. Yeah.
Snoop-a-loop.
What do you think is funnier, Old School or Wedding Crashers?
Oh. Wedding Crashers. Oh, for me, I think it's Old School. Although Wedding Crashers is really good, but it kind of hits a little bit of a lull as far as like comedy goes there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a toss-up though. That one's pretty freaking good too, though.
I watched some of Wedding Crashers like last week. It was on. I was watching part of that. And it was the football game, which was still pretty funny. Hot Rob, Hot Rob.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying. Go to the other side. Go over here. Oh,
he's just calling out things like, "What do you? I don't even know. What do you mean?
Is he down again?
You can't just call something out." Yeah.
My nuts are in my stomach. Oh man,
I don't know. That's pretty good. That's good.
Eric says he thinks Old School was actually funnier. I don't know. They both have moments. Probably laughing all the way through more. I might give you that. It did have a little bit of a lull as he's trying to hook up with the chick in Wedding Crashers compared to Old School, where it was pretty much all the way through, kind of coming at you. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Step Brothers though, compared to those two?
I still go Old School, but Step Brothers is another one that's kind of. At first, you're like, are they trying to repeat something from the magic they had, or something from like Ricky Bobby? Which Ricky Bobby in itself is another one that if you put that out there with Talladega Nights, that's a classic one in itself. If I had to rank Talladega Nights, Old School, and Step Brothers, it'd probably be Talladega Nights, then Old School, and then Step Brothers for me.
Really? Okay.
I just loved the whole Ricky Bobby type thing in that movie. Was just like from start to finish. I was pretty much cracking up to the most part.
Yeah, I need to watch that again, I guess, because I've seen that one. I've easily seen that one the least out of those three.
Like
so I need to see that one again.
When he was doing the commercials and he was like messing up, and he's just like, "Well, if you don't like Big Red, then fuck you." Like you didn't expect that. You didn't expect that, so yeah.
You first or last.
Some funny stuff there. Pure Woods was shut down for 100 years and reopened 2010, if I'm not mistaken. Gilbert said original Pure Woods distillery in Louisville, son. So yeah, wonder why they shut down. If it was just something where they business turnover or what. I love Formula. Yeah. What's up, Jimmy? What's going on, homie? Cuff and Stuff Barbecue in the house. Great channel to watch and learn how to do some grilling and enjoy some good food. And Jimmy likes the beer too. But I don't know. I'm trying to think if you think of those movies. Like they were working on a Wedding Crashers too, but it kind of fell apart at the end or something. They were saying. I don't know if you need a second of that one though. Like
which one?
Wedding Crashers. They would do a
Wedding Crashers. Oh, yeah. That's kind of one you should just leave alone.
Yeah, but the whole Old School thing that was pretty good. That was pretty good. The funny thing with Wedding Crash, I mean, they had a funny moment, but when they introduced Will Ferrell in that movie, I think it caught everybody off guard when he was Chaz coming down the steps, like.
Yes. I was like, what?
I don't know how many times people quoted Meatloaf after that movie came out.
Yeah, Mom, it's Meatloaf.
Oh yeah, UPC with Jeremy. Oh yeah, with Jeremy Piven was great as well. Yeah, hell, Jeremy Piven's a great actor. I mean, I liked him in Entourage, but I liked him in other stuff before then too. But yeah, he's another one. I don't think he always gets all the credit he deserves for the stuff he does. He's pretty good. Can't do barbecue without a good beer. I agree there. I feel like when you're doing barbecue, you want to have that beer near you.
Hand in hand.
Or whatever. Yeah.
You kind of have to have.
Lewis Hamilton won the race. An amazing stat. Nice. And I saw Bubba Watson won his first match too, which was awesome as well. But yeah, it's definitely ready for the weekend. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up and kick back and relax. Make this one a little bit shorter this week. and get some rest. And thanks to Todd for always. Well, Todd's part of the show, but it's always great having Todd on here.
Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it.
Maybe next week we'll get a Shannon sighting, so that'll be a little. We don't know what it'll be. It'll be up in the air if we get her on. So
yeah, you never know. I know she works next Thursday, so it's always hit and miss when she's working. But she's off Friday, so
yeah.
When she gets home soon enough to get on, so you never know. She might sneak in there.
Well, we always love having her on for sure.
I'll try to get her on anyway.
Yeah, but as far as
I always ask every week.
Let me see here. Regional prohibitions during World War I. Oh, shut most. Yeah, that's true too with the prohibition shutting stuff down. You too, brother. Stay safe. Have a great Thursday night and hopefully a great weekend here. And I'll have more stuff. I'm trying to get more of the uploads up here on the channel. So I have stuff recorded. I'm going to try to get that stuff put out by this weekend. And then I'm also going to be doing more live reviews. I need to do some more of that stuff too. So make sure you guys all hit the notification bell so that way you know when I'm live. Although I know sometimes the notification bell doesn't fully work. If you guys haven't checked out the podcast channel, check that out on the community tab. I put a thing there from yesterday, but the podcast stuff, I shared a different beer news and try to do it in my own kind of way, have some maybe entertainment value to it or stuff like that. And then I always appreciate you guys jumping on board here. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and get some rest. Look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Y'all have a great Thursday night and a better Friday. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.